Hi Leo, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Leo for this upcoming week in July. Today is Thursday the 9th. This is a general reading, and that means that it can apply to just about anything in your life, relationships or otherwise. Don't forget to be flexible with the energy. Don't be overly concerned about the gender of the cards. You can mix and match the roles within the reading, and that means you can be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards. You might feel like I'm reading for you. You could feel like you're cross-watching. Parts of this reading may resonate, other parts may not. Take what does, leave behind what doesn't, but I hope that by the time you finish watching this, you not only enjoyed it, but you feel it was helpful to you in some way, shape, or form, since that is my intention. Okay, Leo, so we're going to get started. I'm going to give this first deck a cut, and then we're going to see what's in the cards for Leo for this upcoming week in July. Here we go. We're going to start off with the Three of Pentacles, paired with the Star. Five of Wands, Page of Wands, the Tower, Ace of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Five of Swords. Okay, Leo. So this could involve a work situation or a relationship with somebody that you collaborate with, somebody that you're creating something with the Three of Pentacles out here. There's something that you might not be certain about, that you don't have clarity on. I feel like there's a lot of people talking about this, or there could be a lot of discussions or debates, possibly anticipation regarding information or some news or a message that you might be waiting on or anticipating. Let's get some more cards out here, Leo, and see what else we get. Eight of Cups in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles. The World. Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Star again. And then we have the Moon. Okay, so I feel like you're returning to an opportunity or possibly a connection. Feels like it could be a working relationship. This may be something that wasn't available to you and now is. It's something that could cause or create significant change in your life. But I feel for the better. It feels very hopeful. It feels very positive with the Star card coming out twice. But at the same time, I feel like there is some uncertainty surrounding the situation, whereas you might actually give up on this or turn away from this. There's a return, but an expectation that you might also give up on this. Because there's a lack of clarity or some unknowns, or something that's not quite clear about the situation, this is feeling kind of similar to Cancer. I'm going to try to really steer away from that message and see. But this is feeling a little bit similar. So I'm just going to throw that out there. You might want to check out Cancer's video. But there's a return to something. It feels like it could be a work opportunity. It feels like it could be an opportunity to work together with somebody or a group of people. It feels like there's some excitement around this and some hope. And it feels big. It feels like it's going to cause or create or is just something big that would change your life significantly. Or a big change for you. I don't know if it would change your actual life, but I mean it's going to change something with the Tower out here. And it's going to be significant. But there's conflict surrounding the unknowns. Or what's not known, what's not clear, this uncertainty. So let's get some more cards out here and see what else we get for Leo. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. See, I feel like this is something you gave up in the past. You let it go. So maybe this is a job opportunity that you actually left and that you want to come back to. Moon in reverse this time. You've regained some hope for this. So there's this very positive feeling surrounding the return to this, something that you left or walked away from in the past. And again, this could be job related, could be a connection or relationship. But it's something that you let go of in the past that you're returning to because you've got a renewed sense of hope for it. But there is also some uncertainty surrounding this, or some unknowns that might have you having to give it up ultimately, even though it's like you're returning to it, but then all of a sudden you realize, oh no, I got to give this up now. Because it's, there's this unexpected, unknown that might cause some conflict for you. So let's see what else we get. We've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. 9 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. Two of Swords in reverse. 6 of Swords. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. So we have a Queen of Wands on the table. This could be your energy or somebody that you're dealing with. I'm trying to decide if this is the person that's returning to this opportunity or this job or this relationship or this situation. She's in reverse, so she's in some shadow energy. So I'm trying. This feels positive, but this could be somebody. This could be somebody external to you that you're talking to or discussing the situation with. She feels critical to me. It's almost like she's saying, you know, this is what you were waiting for. This is what you wanted. You're ready for it. Now go for it. What are you waiting for? Or it could be somebody who's critical regarding like how particular you are about the situation. Like it has to be just right. It has to be exactly perfect for you to return to the situation or go back to it. This person feels critical of that perspective. So it feels like it could be an external party, but I might change my mind, Leo. This could be the person who is returning to the situation or opportunity or relationship. But the person feels critical or pessimistic. They could even be a little jealous or envious. This person could be a little jealous or envious regarding the situation. Maybe they're witnessing what, Leo, you might be returning to, or that you've got this opportunity available again to you, and you are getting ready to move towards something very positive in your life, and this person could just outright be a little bit jealous of that. Because this doesn't feel like the person who I've been reading for. This feels like somebody else. But again, I might change my mind, Leo. We'll see what comes up. This is feeling so similar to the, I mean, it's a different message, but it feels like it could be an extension to Cancer's reading. I'm just saying. So that could mean that, you know, maybe you're dealing with a Cancer, or if you have Cancer in your chart, you know, that reading may apply to you as well. Let's get some more cards out and see what else we get for Leo. And there's Strength. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. The World again. And then we have Temperance. So this Queen of Pentacles. I do feel, Leo, that you've realized after the fact that you were kind of shooting yourself in the foot by letting this go in the past. Because I do feel like this is something you actually had. Whether it's a relationship, a job, an opportunity, whatever. It was something that already existed in your life in some form. And I feel like you gave it up, or you walked away from that. And now you're returning to it. You feel more strongly about it, or it's one of those things like the grass is always greener, right? So maybe you're in a job and you're like, you know, shit, my friend really has this awesome job and it pays so well and these hours are great and, you know, it's more interesting, whatever. And so you leave your current situation for this new thing, and then it just doesn't end up being what you thought it would be, right? The grass is always greener, and then you're at this other place or this new job that your friend convinced you to do, and now you're looking back and thinking, gosh, I really had it good. I should have stuck with it. And I feel like that's where you're at, but you're also not only more appreciative of what you had, but maybe realizing that there was also more opportunity or more room for growth or more opportunities for promotions or moving up higher in I'm using this workplace example because of the number of pentacles that are out here. There's quite a few, so it feels like it could be, again, a workplace situation, but it doesn't have to be. I'm just using this as an example. So again, I feel like you realized after the fact that you really had it good, and that there was a lot of positive that you had before you left the situation, and now considering returning to it. But there is also this recognition either of some accomplishments, like you've made some growth or made some progress as you've gone through this process of leaving something behind, maybe trying something different, and then returning to the idea that whatever it was that you left behind was right for you. There's been some kind of growth process or accomplishments that came along with this whole thing, this whole process that you've been going through. And there's certainly this level of appreciation. There's people around you recognizing your accomplishments and how far you've come. And then there's this critical energy on the table, this Queen of Wands, who honestly, it feels like she could very well be one of those types who's just jealous because she sees what Leo has, and, you know, wish she could have made those same decisions and those same choices for herself, and she just didn't. And so she hasn't made that kind of progress that Leo's made, and she doesn't have the same opportunities that Leo has. And so there, again, the Queen of Wands could be someone that's significant to you, that's just buzzing in your ear, but they've got all the wrong things to say about your situation and you, and it's because they're jealous. Maybe even trying to talk you out of it. And then there's this Queen of Pentacles. I'm still not sure about her. This could represent your energy. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very loyal, loving, compassionate. This is somebody who works very hard, puts others first. This can be a mothering type figure or an actual mother, caregiver, someone you can really rely and depend upon. And that could represent your energy, or it could be someone who is involved in the situation that you're returning to. Let's get this last round out, Leo. Let's see what else we have. We have the Three of Cups. Queen of Cups. Nine of Swords. Five of Swords. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Moon, again, in the upright again. So it's on here, it's on the table 3 times. Three of Swords. And then we have the Four of Cups. This is feeling really similar. I'm tempted to almost do this reading over because it's so similar to Cancer's. And by similar, I don't mean I've got the exact same message that I gave to Cancer, but the story feels the same. This one feels more positive than the Cancer reading. Not that Cancer reading wasn't positive, but this one feels significantly, there's just a lot more positive energy on the table. But there's still this sense of uncertainty. Maybe, again, people talking in your ear, telling you that you returning to the situation is just going to cause conflict. It's not going to be a positive thing. But I think that probably need to ignore this kind of energy, because the rest of the cards are indicating that this return to whatever this is that you had at one time and are returning to is a very positive thing. And I do believe also that there are some significant relationships that you're returning to. This could be a circle of friends, family, colleagues, co-workers, but there's a lot of love here and loyalty. And I feel like there's a lot of joy in this return. I feel like it's being celebrated. Like, yay, Leo's coming back. We knew you'd come back. We're so happy that you've decided to do it. At the same time, there is some uncertainty, and it could be surrounding how things have changed, what's different, have the relationships or connections that you had in the past changed, have the people changed. But I don't feel, obviously there's going to be change. There's always change, but I don't feel like that's going to be a negative thing for you. You really need to look the other way. The cards are indicating look the other way with regard to the negative Nancys in your life, and I don't mean to use the name Nancy as it, that came into my head because there's a lot of that on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, the Karen thing. Everybody's got a Karen in their life, and Karen is obviously negative connotation for somebody who's just annoying, or you know what I'm talking about. I feel bad using certain names for those kind of terms or ideas, but you get the point. So the negative Nancys in your life, and if you're named Nancy, please don't take offense. But, these Queen of Wands in your life who are going to cause you grief and try to talk you out of shit just because they're jealous. They're just jealous. You have something good and they want it, and instead of celebrating with you and enjoying your success, they want to make you feel bad and create conflict because that's what they've got in their life. They're happier when everybody else is miserable with them. But I do get a strong sense that you've got to kind of turn the other cheek when it comes to that kind of energy, because there really is a lot of hope and positive energy on the table, that you're moving towards something very good, Leo. Moving back towards something very good and positive, and something that will change your life for the better. So let's get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for Leo and wrap up this reading. I've been doing really good with time on my readings. I took about a week off and started recording videos again yesterday. And I've been doing pretty good with time. I'm proud of myself. Let's take this one. The Nine of Air. Okay, I love this card. It's very different than the Nine of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot meaning card. It's different. It's really long. The description in the book is really long, but it's worth it, and so I'm going to read it for you, Leo. And since we're doing good on time, it'll end up being about 32, 33 minutes. I know you're saying that's going to take you 7 minutes to read this. Yeah, it probably will, because it's just really long. But it's one of those cards that makes you think. And so every time I read it, I get something new out of it. It's like 2 pages long. It might not take me 7 minutes. I don't know. Let's time me. So we're at 25:10. Okay, Leo, here we go. 9 of Air. The 9 of Air represents the imagination and our connection to the universal consciousness or universal mind. It signifies the importance of knowing thyself, for in truly knowing thyself, one will know both the universe and the power of the void. Ask yourself, what if the universe we dwell within is actually the mind of another being? What if the universe is, in reality, a God mind and we the creation of another being's imagination? What if, within our minds, there exist universes within universes and we're creatures that we dream of and imagine dwell in the same way we do here upon the earth, and within their minds are more universes. Like fractals, where the same pattern repeats and creates, our minds contain a universe, and within that universe are creatures and beings who also have universes within their minds. The universe in which we dwell is one of billions existing within the mind that is yet another universe. The pattern repeats in both directions and exponentially creating an infinite number of universes and realities. Now, ponder a moment. What if we look within and discover that within the realms of our minds we create new worlds and realities within our belief? We choose to believe in something, and a new world that mirrors that belief is born. We stop believing in something, and that world either evolves with our beliefs or ceases to be completely. Universes overlap, are born, and die, forever bound to the life and beliefs of the God mind that created them. What if billions of lives were dependent upon our belief for their very existence? Would it not be wise to believe with understanding and knowledge? Would it not be wise to believe with understanding and knowledge? I had to say that differently. It didn't sound right. Would that not create a universe that is a little more constant and conducive to life? What if we are the only beings within the universe because the God mind in which we dwell is a young mind with limited exposure and, at this time, only believes in our existence? Pythagoras is credited with saying, "Man, know thyself, and you will know the universe in which gods dwell." Simply put, he believed that to know oneself was to know the universe and the power of the gods, and he is correct. Everything man has within our physical reality that is not born of the natural world was first imagined by man. The television, the phone in your hand, the laptop on your desk, the movies you watch, the car you drive, everything that man has created was first imagined by the inventor. Moreover, when those brave souls voiced their desire to create their new and strange contraptions, they were seen as crazy, eccentric, and foolish. They were told that what they wanted to create was fantasy. At one time or another, everything we have in our present reality was once deemed to be impossible fantasy, and yet now these things exist and we take their existence for granted. This is the power of the mind, and the mind's true potential has not yet even begun to be understood or known. All we do know is that the only limit to the mind and what it can do is one that we, the individual, place upon it. We are only limited by our imagination or lack of it. By looking within, learning and understanding the mind and the complex nature in which it controls our lives and how it has taken our life experiences and used them to influence all we do and all that we are, we can choose to unlearn some beliefs, change our thinking, and embrace a new, less restrictive way of thinking. You can become the God mind that you are, and within your mind, you can imagine and make what you imagine into a reality. We live in a society that admires innovation and creativity, and yet paradoxically fears it, and at times actively seeks to destroy the desire to create. We may be exposed to teachers who punish those who ask questions and challenge the answers because they know there is a better way. We might be ridiculed by family and friends when we use our imaginations. I'm just pulling this card out. We might be ridiculed by family and friends when we use our imaginations. I'm just saying. And speak of things that are deemed to be fantastical and unbelievable. But again, all that exists in our present reality was once fantasy and dwelt only in the mind. We may find we are repeatedly trained to reject creative endeavors as a waste of time and effort. The Nine of Air represents the importance of knowing your mind, understanding the beliefs and thoughts that limit and restrict you, and freeing your imagination. Now is the time to embrace innovation and creation. It is time to step into the realms of the unknown and imagined, to enter to enter the void where your imagination is most powerful and bring what you find there to life. You are born of a universal consciousness. You are capable of greatness, but all too often you may have been punished for seeking it. Nonetheless, it is time to let go of any unconscious bias against creativity and embrace it as expression of human power and ingenuity that it is. You are as powerful as your mind allows you to be. You are as creative as your mind allows you to be. Don't be afraid to embrace your beautiful imagination. The void in which it resides is the womb that gives birth to a universe that is teeming with life and possibilities. To imagine and create is to make divine magic. You were born of a creative universal consciousness. You were born to create. There you go. And I suppose you could read all, by the way, what time is it? 30 minutes and 52 seconds. So it took me about 5.5 minutes to read that. That's not bad. I wasn't too far off. Anyway, Leo, I just want to go ahead and say this. You could probably read all kinds of meanings of this card into this reading. But I'm just going to say on a very basic level that I believe that what I'm looking at in the cards is a process of growth, realizing who you are, what you want, what you had, what you can have, and that you are the creator. You are what creates your own reality, and you have the world at your fingertips. And you can make anything work if you set your mind to it. And I think you're headed towards something very significant that feels very positive. And again, with anything, whether you're returning to something familiar or starting something new, there's always going to be those doubts, those uncertainties, lack of clarity, fear of the unknown. But, you know, that's part of the process, right? It's necessary. So I'm going to leave that here, Leo. I hope that this reading helped you out, gave you some clarity. I hope you enjoyed it. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. I appreciate you watching, Leo. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.